Good morning and welcome to your favorite breakfast show, the only show that goes very well with your cup of joe. That is Smell the Coffee. You're joined in the studio by Glenora Shipura and the lovely Svenja Het. Hi!
Hi!
Hi, bestie. So, I just want to let the viewers know how we know each other because we have worked with each other, but not presenting. She was an actor and I was a director.
Yeah. Glenora gave me my first job.
I hired you for the first job.
You did.
Good morning, and I'm so excited to have you on Smell the Coffee. I'm glad that we have like so much history, and I'm so excited when at the prospect of you joining us on Smell the Coffee. So yes, so Svenja is an actor. She's done remarkable work. And she's also, you studied in SA for this.
Yes,
which is
yeah.
very nice.
Yeah.
And you're also a writer. I mean, you just have like quite a big portfolio, if I have to say. You do quite a few things, and I guess it is what it is in the industry. You know, do what we do.
That's kind of how it is here in Namibia. Yeah, you can't just be actress or
Yes.
writer. You have to be a jack of all trades,
A jack of all
or
trades.
a Jane of all trades, as I like to
A
say.
Jane of all
I don't know.
trades. Yeah, but how's the Friday? I mean, we are finally here. The weekend is here. Are you looking forward to the rest?
Yeah, although I'm working on Sunday, but it's always good to just have even if it's just the Saturday off. It's nice.
Yes, and sleep in, watch that binge watch that Netflix show.
Yes.
Take the time to rest, people. Take the time to rest. Anyways, let's get into what we are looking at in our memes of the day, or rather, let's say videos or reels of the day.
Things that you can't be a filmmaker and be normal. Phela, if you're a real creative, a real filmmaker, come on,
She is absolutely correct. You heard what she said. She said she's working on Sunday. Being in this industry, especially the filmmaking industry, media is, I have to give it some props. Do you get what I'm saying? Media, you can, there is times where it's a bit chilled.
Yeah.
But on sets, guys, you guys think like, oh, you guys look nice or what, looks like it's fun. Yes, we do love what we do, but it's crazy. Like the amount of hours you put in, especially on sets.
Yeah.
Our production, I think we were clocking in 12 hours on set.
And that's not like, that's still chill.
That's still very chilled. 12 hours a day, and that's like, we were following the regulations.
Exactly.
Some productions go overboard. It's 18 hours, 20 hours. And then the next day you have to do the same thing again. So there's no way you can be in the film industry and be normal. So people you guys look at us and like, it must be fun, it's chilled, it's not, it's a lot of hard work. And it just goes to say that we really love what we do. And of course, like what you said, we're also crazy, very. Let's take a look at the next one.
I've just discovered
nothing. Nia Zisman, you didn't discover anything. Stop discovering. Stop it.
Is the ISIS one? Like, no, please. I don't want, like, what are we doing? I get experiments, but Fanta and Boerewors, guys.
But am I the only one who wanted to see how it turned out, though?
Actually, everybody's just complaining about, like, ISIS, like, don't do this, don't do it. But nobody shows the full,
like I want to
transition.
know, what did she actually do with it? Like, what does it look like at the end? I mean, I don't want to try it and everything, but now you've put the image in my head and now I need to know.
Now we need to know. I think we need to start a campaign. What happened to the Boerewors and Fanta lady? What is the actual product that comes out of this?
Yeah.
And I don't know why people are also just so experimental on social media. Is it for the views? Is it to clickbait us? What is going on social media? Because you can't put Fanta and Boerewors, guys. But to be fair, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe she just discovered something, guys.
Yeah, maybe she did. That's why I need to know, what does it look like in the end? Does it look good?
Maybe
does
it blends
look like
well.
it's a like nicely caramelized Boerewors now, you know?
Is it an orange color?
Yes. Yes.
Is it an orange
Now
color?
I need to know.
Is it an orange color Boerewors, or how does it look? Does it come together like a soup? Oh, what happens? I just discovered.
Not the soup.
Oh, well, in our next meme, we're going to take a look at what happens when you know what I mean, when you think somebody can go low.
Do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? That is a golden question. Do you want to prove a point or do you want to make it home? You gotta make a choice. But remember this, there will always be someone crazier than you. Someone willing to say, when you go low, I go lower. Someone planning to take it farther than you ever planned to go. And so the question becomes, how much farther are you willing to go? Because you got to remember this, once you engage, you lose control of how far it's going to go. Remember, there's always a difference between winning an argument and surviving one. One will cost you your ego. The other will cost you everything. So choose wisely. So breathe and let it go and make it home.
I think road rage, or people who say they have road rage and they can't control it, is a silly excuse.
I have road rage.
You have road rage? Oh, really? Are you the one like, and then you're
Sometimes.
Oh, I try not to hoot at other cars. I think I'm the sweetest on the road. I try not to even hoot at other cars.
I try my best not to.
Yeah.
Right? But sometimes when I'm on my way home from work or whatever, or I'm late in the morning.
Yeah.
And there's a slow driver. I'm not hooting at them or whatever, but I will be there in my car and I'll be like,
can you move?
Exactly.
Okay, today I did flash my lights at the guy driving in front of me because he was driving very slow. And then he just he started speeding up. But that was it. That's all I did. But I don't think I have road rage like that. I see people who get I will even be talking to them while they're driving. And then you can see there's a whole 5-minute monologue of them just yelling at whatever a taxi or whatever another car did on the road. And I'm just like, it's not that deep.
I'm embarrassed because I think that's me.
So you'll be driving and you can't believe what I'm saying. This guy just swerved in and then they did this.
No,
and then
okay, look, I'm dramatic and I'm like, why? But then I also get over it very quickly. So I just need to have my moment. I'm not like the person who's going to still sit there for 10 minutes and be like, I'm just like, let it all out, then I'm chill.
Yeah, no, this guy, you would even hear him yelling at the other car. And maybe he had driven around now that they can see each other. It's like, yeah, don't drive like that again. I'm like, yo, it's not that deep. It's not that deep.
I had something like that the other day. Someone drove in front of me.
Yes.
And he cut me off, so I hooted at him. Then he told me to slow down. I was like, okay, whatever, it's fine. And I forgot about it. We started driving again. Whenever I switched lanes, he would switch in front of me.
Just to tell you.
Just to tell me to slow down. And then I switched lanes so he can't go in front of me.
Yeah.
And then later, he literally waited for me to drive in front of me again. I was like, bro, seriously, it's not that deep. I'm sorry I hooted at you.
I'll never
get
do it
over
again.
it now.
I'll never do it again. But like what this guy is saying, there's always somebody crazier than you.
Yeah, it's true.
Because sometimes, and you know what pisses me off? When I am at the robots, there's another car behind me, and then it turns green, and I don't immediately move. Give us a split second, guys. Just a split second. And then they're already hooting. Yeah. And now I'm just like, you know what? I now want to just stand there.
Yeah, now I'm going to stay
now
here.
I'm going to stay. It's going to turn red again.
Watch me.
So we cannot be crazy, guys. We cannot be crazy. But I think the man had a point. There's always somebody who's crazier than you, who's willing to take it all the way there. So don't take your chances on the roads. With that, we'll be right back on the other side of the break with your news.
Do you like traveling?
Do you like to experience new places?
Well, then you should tune into On the Rock, where we explore enjoy establishments all over Namibia and South Africa. Great food, great fun, and so much more. So be sure to mark your calendar as we explore the beautiful landscapes of Namibia at the various enjoy establishments.
And where we also get to go on game drives, different activities, and meet the awesome staff of the different establishments.
We will see you there. Watch On the Rocks every Monday at 9 p.m. on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25.
Now, in today's news, the topic that is on everyone's lips, especially on social media, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor has been arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office. Photographs of unmarked police cars and plainclothes officers at Wood Farm on the Sandringham estate just after 8 were published on Thursday. A statement from Thames Valley Police says, "We have today arrested a man in his 60s from Norfolk on suspicion of misconduct in public office and are carrying out searches at addresses in Berkshire and Norfolk. The man remains in police custody at this time." The police have been assessing allegations that Mountbatten Windsor, formerly known as Prince Andrew, shared sensitive information with billionaire child sex offender Jeffrey Epstein when he was a United Kingdom UK trade envoy. Thames Valley Police previously said the force was reviewing allegations that a woman was trafficked to the UK by Epstein to have a sexual encounter with Andrew and claimed he shared sensitive information with the disgraced financier while serving as the UK's trade envoy. Oliver's Wright, the Force Assistant Chief Constable, says, "Following a thorough assessment, we have now opened an investigation into this allegation of misconduct in public office. It is important that we protect the integrity and objectivity of our investigation as we work with our partners to investigate this alleged offense. We understand the significant public interest in this case, and we will provide updates at the appropriate time. More details will follow soon." Is this karma finally catching up to some people in power?
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
How crazy is it? I mean, the first arrest after, like, a lot of names were released from the Epstein files,
Yeah.
I guess. Like, we've been knowing people are on there and all that kind of stuff. But it's not in the US, right?
Yeah.
It's in the UK, and it's for, like, information that he gave.
Yeah,
he wasn't
exactly.
arrested for
The
like,
actual.
Exactly.
That's also what I'm finding a little bit, I don't want to say bizarre, but perplexing, because we have this documents. It's over 6 million?
Yeah, I think.
And then 3 million were released, right?
Yeah,
so that's what
something like that,
we've
yeah.
been seeing recently. And there's like horrific allegations in there. Like, I think I got a little bit depressed once it dropped and people were like, sharing the news on social media. And you're just like, excuse me, what? This is what people were doing to kids? This is what was happening on the island? And then the first arrest is something to do with, oh, you abused your power in public office. It's not...
It's mind-baffling, actually. Like, how that not more people have been arrested is just so it does not make any sense to me. But at the end of the day, it does make sense, because what would happen if they arrested all those people? Like,
but also
systems would crumble and stuff. Not that I think that they should not be arrested, but I know why it's not happening, because they're protecting each other and themselves, and they have the power.
And you know what was also crazy? Someone else was on another podcast. They were talking about how one of the crazy things that they saw in the emails that people are not picking up on. Somebody, a Rothschild, something, guys, I'm not stating the facts. I will go find the actual video and probably share it on Monday. But this guy is saying, so they were getting harassed by a bank in the US, right? And then this guy paid Jeffrey Epstein about $25 million to broker that deal, because they were being accused of doing fraudulent work, money laundering, what have you. So to just let that die down, he paid Jeffrey Epstein $25 million. And people didn't get what this guy was trying to say, because it's like, you don't go to the best lawyers, you go to Jeffrey Epstein because he has something on the guys who are after you.
Yeah, clearly. No, it's crazy
and that
how
is
much is
so
involved.
sickening. That is so sickening, meaning that's why the things were recorded, that's why there's so much evidence, because it's going to be used to blackmail people.
And it's all connected.
It's all connected.
And we, the people, are just there like, what is happening?
Yeah, so maybe there was, people trying to like, oh, let's put a stop to this or whatever.
But you can't.
But you can't, or your boss was part of those activities at the island, and now that's how power is consolidated within certain people or certain frames, because there was that control measure that was in place to keep people quiet and to keep whatever was going wrong, still going. And it's very sad.
They have so much power, and I think, only if the people unite, there's more power.
And you know what's crazy, guys? The conspiracy theorists were right.
Yeah.
They were right.
That's scary, actually. Do you know how scary that is? Oh.
Diana and I speak about how we are literally living in a simulation. And anyways, I really don't want to ruin your Friday with some of this heavy news. So we're just going to move over to something a little bit lighter, something positive that we can look forward to.
So, according to a report from the Namibian Sun, Samuel Kapepo has been running a soup kitchen in Umbili for over 20 years, serving meals at least, or trying to serve meals at least 3 times a week, but it's definitely always happening on Sundays, rain or shine. On Sundays, he feeds more than 300 children, opening on additional days when sponsorships allow. What began as an effort to support street children has grown into a vital lifeline for youngsters from broken homes and families struggling to make ends meet. And Kapepo was actually orphaned at a young age and living on the streets himself. And now he draws from his own experience of hardship to guide his work. Despite limited resources, he keeps the kitchen running through donation and local support and continues to appeal for assistance in form of food, clothing, and other essentials.
Wow. Just one man making a difference.
I know, right?
One man can change the world. In light of all the darkness that's happening, I think there's also so much light. And there's also so much more light that's going to come out.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that's why there's so much exposure happening now.
Yeah.
Because there's also light workers out there, people that are doing the work.
Yeah.
And they don't need to be screaming to the world, hey, look at me, look at what I'm doing.
No, definitely. No, Kapepo, I've actually met him. I've been sometimes supporting the soup kitchen, being there and that kind of stuff. And he's a great guy.
No, that's
he's
brilliant.
really humble, and then he would get volunteers, and then as volunteers, he would get us all together and ask us, why are you here today? And we would have conversations and that kind of stuff. So he's a really, really, really wholesome man.
Yeah, and how do we get in touch with him if we want to? Is it we find him on social media, or we will post details on our social media page regarding that. And then just see how you can lend a hand. Maybe it might not be physically giving something, maybe it's just being there and assisting on the Sundays. Yeah, cooking and what have you. All right, that brings us to the end of our stories. Now we swing over to our interview segment.
With me in studio today is somebody who is truly inspirational and the brains behind the Dignified Cancer Care Drive. I am joined by Lucia Bopoto, and we are so excited to have her in studio. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks, Diana. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so start us off by telling us about the Dignified Cancer Care Drive.
Well, it's a drive, it's an initiative that started less than a month ago. Where we collect hygiene items for cervical cancer patients, as well as the patients that are in palliative care who are under state care. So a lot of cervical cancer patients have to travel long distances to come and get care at the Central Hospital, because that's the only state center that there is for cancer. So a lot of patients have to travel long distances. And when you have cervical cancer, there's also the issue of bleeding. So it gets uncomfortable to drive such long distances. So I just thought this could be something that can help make their journeys a bit more comfortable.
Oh, that's beautiful. So what was the inspiration behind this?
Last year, I went for an early Christmas event at Central Hospital where I was a keynote speaker. And in conversation with the social workers, they were telling me that, for a lot of women who have cervical cancer, because I took sanitary wear there, and they told me that the sanitary wear, which is the regular sanitary wear that we use, is quite small, because for a lot of cancer patients who use it, by the time they get, and you can imagine this is the distance from the door of Central Hospital right until the gate, they already need a bathroom break.
Oh, no.
So now you can imagine if they have to go to Rehoboth, if they have to go to Chumeb and all sorts of places.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm getting goosebumps as I'm saying all of this because this is just truly inspirational. So can you share a moment or story that made you realize the need for this initiative?
After my conversation with the social workers, because when I go, I also have I'm a cancer patient, cancer survivor now. I also have my checkups at Central Hospital. I met a lady who was from Rehoboth, and just in conversation, when we were talking, she was telling me how arduous her journey is, how she has to go, and this is just Rehoboth, 100 k's away, how she has to come to Windhoek for treatment, how she has to go back when she doesn't have enough supplies. So that's when I realized that, okay, maybe there is a more urgent need for this. Yeah.
I see. So how has your personal journey or background influenced your involvement in this cause? Because you're very outspoken when it comes to cancer, and you are not shy.
Yeah.
You have the conversations that people don't want to have. So talk to us about that.
I was thinking about this in the bathroom the other day, and I was like, I may not be a trust fund baby, but I'm a legacy baby.
You're a legacy baby, love it.
So my dad had cancer, and I think how he handled his journey also just inspired me, because my dad really believes in, nothing should be secretive, because once you keep something secret, you can't help other people out there. So he was quite outspoken about his journey, which also, when I ended up in the same situation, I was able to do the same.
I see. So how do you ensure that donations reach the patients who need them the most? What's the criteria? How do you divide the products?
Okay, so I am working in connection with I'm working together with the social workers who are at Windhoek Central Hospital. They deal with the cancer patients specifically. So the lady who I work with deals with the adults. She knows exactly who is coming in, how many women are coming in, who is in need of this. And for the palliative care as well, whenever there's a shortage in the wards, they contact the social workers. So the social worker is the last resort, the emergency fund. So they're able to then dish out as when necessary.
I see. So how can people contribute to the Dignified Cancer Care Drive?
Well, they can get in touch with me. There is a list of items that is there. On social media, Facebook, it's ORB Foundation, Instagram ORB Foundation, as well as TikTok ORB Foundation. There we have a list of everything that's needed. And people can just buy and then let me know when they have it with them, and then I can either collect or they can drop off. But they can get in touch with me.
Beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. So have you faced any challenges in getting donations, and how do you overcome them?
So far, I haven't faced any challenges. I think mostly because it's something that's recently started. It's been logistics so far, just making sure that I get all the packages together. I was supposed to do my first drop-off on Friday, but now I'm doing it this afternoon. And it's just, logistics, around logistics. Because right now I'm still a one-man band, so getting everything together is a bit of a nightmare. But, as I'm going, I'm overcoming it.
So speaking of, since you said you're a one-man band, if there are people that want to volunteer, again, can they just contact you from the socials?
Yes, please. There's many people who want to volunteer. I'm very open to having volunteers as well.
Okay. Yeah. And have you seen any heartwarming responses from the community so far?
So far, I have gotten so many heartwarming responses. I actually get goosebumps whenever people talk to me about it. From people who work in oncology, they're just emphasizing the need, that there is such a big need for this drive. From I haven't spoken to patients directly yet, but mostly from people who work in oncology, from people who are willing to donate, people who've also been affected by cervical cancer.
I see. All right. And are there any expansion plans or new elements you'd like to introduce?
There are expansion plans. I think the donation drive is a way to get to the more sustainable solution, because, always seeking out donations isn't quite sustainable. So there is a plan. It might be premature to say it now, but there is something that I'm looking at that is more sustainable, that I'm in conversation with the social workers, with the oncology nurses, that we're trying to see if it can be established.
I see. And what are you hoping the public takes away from this?
That everyone has a part to play. We often think that it's the big organizations that have a part to play, and trust me, they're playing their part as well. It's just that cancer is such a big thing, and there's so many loopholes and so many cracks that it's so easy for certain things to fall in the cracks. So I'm hoping that everyone knows that they have a part to play, even if it's a pack of maternity pads. Those can really help someone. So even $24, $25 can help. So everyone has a part to play, and I'm hoping everyone knows that.
I see. That's absolutely beautiful. Any last words that you'd like to say?
Do come through. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram. You can also give me a call. I don't know if I should say my number out.
Yeah, you can.
It's 081-408-1709. Give me a call and yeah, let's work together.
Let's work together. We can definitely make a difference. And I do have to say, I keep looking at your t-shirt, Dear Cancer. I hope you get cancer and die.
That's the message.
That's the message.
Yes.
That's the overall message. But Lucia, thank you so very much. And we wish you the absolute best with this Dignified Cancer Care Drive. And you are doing amazing and inspirational work. Hopefully, all of us can take a page from your book and donate and make the difference that we need.
Okay. Thank you so much, Diana.
All right. Stick around. We'll be right back with more Smell the Coffee.